What's happening, guys, and welcome to another fun-packed episode of Story Time with me, Muscle Inc., where I share with you some of my monumental fuck-ups over the years to competing and training, and never to try and help you avoid some of the same pitfalls and mistakes that I've made. And when I started this season of vlog, I didn't want it just to be about funny stories of me nearly killing myself from PEDs, as comical and funny as I'm sure you will find them. I did want it to be educational and helpful for people that, particularly that were looking to go down, the route of competing in shows and stuff. And I didn't want it to be just about the drug side of it, but the nutrition side, the food side, the training side. I also wanted to be about the mentality side of it and the mindset that you need to have, and that sometimes can be lacking. And I'd recently told a story to try and help someone, and I thought, it's very apt of the series that we're doing, and that I'd just sit down and record and share. And it's a little bit different from the previous episodes that we were doing. So to take you back, probably need to go back about 5 years now, and it was after our third ever comp. And we're just giving a really good showing. We've done very well, and we'd improved. It was, every single comp we'd improved, and you can visually see the improvements that we were making. And the decision was a bit of a controversial one. And it was back in days when I was competing for the UK BFF, and let's just say they were known for controversial decisions back then. Anyone who competed then would know what I'm talking about. And it created a bit of a buzz on social media, pictures going around and stuff like that. And a guy who was just starting up a brand new Fed, he was the CEO of the federation, and got in touch and invited me to come and take part in the inaugural show that was taking place up in Birmingham. He said he'd seen the show and how, looking really well, you're looking great. I'd love you to come take part in our first comp. So, I thought, wow. I said, the CEO's reaching out and inviting me to take part. Can't turn that opportunity down. So I said, yeah, I'd love to compete. It was only 2 weeks away, so I only had a little more time to we didn't have to continue dieting for months and months. We'd already done, a long prep of about 18 weeks. So it wasn't a long more time to continue on the diet and stuff. But we were getting such good feedback, having the CEO of the company, of the Fed inviting you. I was even getting guys that was in the same class to me, messaging me going, I don't want to compete. I was going to do a show, but, you're like a mass monster. You're a freak up there. I'm going to look so small next to you. And it was, almost creating this false sense of security, that, man, I'm going to come in and I'm going to smash this show. I'm going to walk it. I'm going to, this is the win. And I found myself that I was starting to have a very shit mentality and mindset of, I can cut my cardio here. I can take my foot off a little gas. I'll rest today. I can eat that little bit of post, cheat meal after the last show. I'll be fine. And I wasn't driven and determined and, focused on winning the show. I thought, I'll turn up and yeah, I got this one. And it's a very, very dangerous and very shit attitude and mindset to have. So 2 weeks had passed, and we were driving up to Birmingham. I had a lot of family and friends who were coming with me to support me and cheer me on. And got to Birmingham, got on stage, and to put it bluntly and to put it short, we got smoked. We got absolutely embarrassed on stage. The guys were so much better than me, so much more conditioned. I was spilling out. I was having a rebound because I wasn't sticking to my plan. I wasn't training as hard as I should have been, and I was taking shortcuts and absolutely got embarrassed on stage. And we got off stage, and I couldn't get out of there quick enough. You have all the athletes backstage and stuff, and I just wanted to grab everything and hide. And I wanted to hide from the world. I was ashamed. I was absolutely ashamed of myself. I was ashamed I let down all the people that believed in me and traveled to support me and took their time to, drive up to Birmingham and cheer me on. And I completely let them down, let myself down, and I'd never felt so low in my life. And I hid in a shitty little toilet in Birmingham, and I didn't want to see anyone. And I think I was locked in there for about 40 minutes. And people messaged me, Neil, where are you? You need to come out. We want to see you. Come on. And I couldn't face them because I couldn't look them in the eye. because I knew that I had not put in the effort that I needed. And these people believed in me, and I'd completely let them down and myself, and let everyone down. And, and I'd never felt so low, so embarrassed, so ashamed of myself. And we were going to take some time out after that. Was going to be my last comp. That was my 4th show in like just over like a year and a half. And I thought, right, I'm going to take a year out and grow and improve. And I said, that can't be my last show for a while. I can't have that be my last, show. And I made a promise to myself there and then in this shitty little toilet that this would not be, I would never ever feel like this again. I would never, let down people that believed in me. I would never let down myself. I'd never half-ass anything or have a weak, mindset or mentality and a piss poor attitude to what I was doing, And I said I would never, ever, ever allow myself to feel this way again. And I finally left the toilet and faced everyone, apologised to everyone, and I said so sorry. And they were all great, we're proud of you, you've done great and all this, but we know the truth that I didn't, and I had let everyone down. It was a long drive back to London from Birmingham, and you have a lot of time to your thoughts and stuff. So we went about putting things right, and my mentality was, no one is gonna, train harder than me and outwork me. And, I'll always remember how I felt in that little toilet. And we'd trained and we got back into prep for another show a few months later. And I was like a man possessed in the gym. I was training like never trained before. I was never missing a meal. I was killing my cardio. Doing cardio in the morning, cardio in the evening, hitting my weights in the afternoon, weighing every meal out. I was an absolute, man with on a mission. I was possessed. That I was no way I was gonna right the wrongs, and I was gonna, pay these people back who had believed in me, and I was never going to let myself feel the way I felt, after that comp. And we'd placed in our first show, and we got an invite to the British final. We went and done our first ever British final, and again had a best shoulders ever, best we ever looked, and the level I was competing at was a higher level as well. And it was all because of, again, not wanting to feel the way I was feeling. And I can, and my mindset from then to now, and, has not changed. And I can stand on the stage and I can be beaten by someone who is genetically just better than me, who is more talented. That's God-given talent that, that I can't beat, So I'm okay if someone beats me down to just genetically superior. What I can't ever accept is that someone beats me who I'm better than, but they would want it more than me. They worked harder than me. That's something I've failed, and I've failed myself, and that's something I can't accept. My mentality now is 100% I'm going to be the hardest motherfucker worker in that room. No one is going to outwork me. No one is going to out-train me. No one's going to out-diet me. I'll die in that treadmill, that Stairmaster if I have to. That's the mindset that I had, that, I will outwork everyone. As long as I can stand on that stage and know, hand on heart, that I've given everything I have to be at my very best, then that's okay, and I can accept that. But yeah, I will never accept, if I can say, well, I've cheated here, or I've half-assed this, or I wasn't 100% driven or committed, then that's something I will not ever accept of me. And not just in bodybuilding, not competing, but that's in my job, in my career, in, my relationships, with my clients, in life, that is my mentality and my mindset. Through everything I do is 100% or nothing. And and it's led me to be a lot more successful in my career, in competing, in my other side projects that I do, with the Muscle Link brand and stuff like that. And even then it was a knock-on effect. Not only did we qualify for our first show in our British final, from everything stemmed from how I was feeling in that toilet at that time, of letting everyone down. But then, a few months after, I was promoted to general manager at the gym I was working at the time, and I was the GM there for 3 years. And, everything stemmed from that shit point of how I was feeling, to I really have to change my mindset, mentality of how I approach things. And, from my competing, like your competition, my places improved, how my physique improved, how I was looking improved. my career, I was promoted and I was making more money. My clients were getting better results. Everything improved from that point, and from me changing how I approach things in life in that toilet. And so I wanted to put this out there and share to people that, you know, even when you fail or you come up short, it can be a life-changing thing where you say, right, I never want to feel this way again. I'm gonna put the work in and make sure that I never come up short from not being hungry enough, from not wanting it enough. With anything in life, the more you put in, the more you get out. And that goes for your training, it goes for everything, career and everything. So, and again, it turned everything around for me. So, you know, just because you have a low point, don't allow that low to continue to hold you down. Use that as motivation to turn things around, to change your whole mindset. Everything comes from here. It doesn't come from, you know, how strong you are or anything. It all comes from mentally how strong you are, mentally how driven you are, how determined you are. And believe me, like, you know, you don't ever want to feel that you failed yourself because you weren't driven enough and you weren't hungry enough. You know, your capabilities are limited as long as you have the right mindset and approach things in the right way. So I just wanted to share that story, guys. It's a little bit different from the previous ones. Hopefully it's insightful for some people. And yeah, until next time, guys, until next episode of Storytime Muscling, thank you for tuning in. As always, guys, stay safe and peace.